Hello, Paul here again today. Today we're going to talk about 5 accountability activities that you can use in training. And we're going to look at the accountability chain reaction, success stories, accountability mapping, accountability peer mentorship activity, and the accountability scoreboard. Let's get started. Activity number 1. Activity number 1, the accountability chain reaction. So this is good for demonstrating each person's accountability within a group. So for this activity, I have maybe about 6 participants, so a medium-sized group, allow 30 minutes. And what you're going to do, you're going to allocate each of these people a specific role. So you're going to take a scenario and then each person would have a role. For example, if you were organizing a company event, each person would have a defined responsibility. One person's in charge of booking the venue, one is in charge of the catering, for example. So what you can do, they're going to sit in a circle, give them a tennis ball. So whoever's talking is holding the tennis ball. And then they must describe what their actions would be in order to do their part of the task. So if they're the catering person in charge of the catering, what would they do? What kind of task, what processes would they go through? And then when they've explain their situation, they pass the tennis ball to the next person, and that person then talks about what they would do. After the exercise is finished, after everybody's had a chance to explain their role, then as a group they discuss what would have probably worked well and what wouldn't. Activity number 2, accountability success stories. This is a very, very simple activity, but it's still very often highly effective. So participants beforehand, ask them to think of a story that they can share. So they're going to talk about a situation where they had to take responsibility and ownership and where it led to a successful outcome. It can be at work or it can be in their personal life. So during the session, each person will share their story. They'll explain what they were responsible for, how they stayed accountable, and what the results were. So after each story, allow the other participants to ask constructive questions and to discuss the situation. And it reminds everyone that accountability leads to positive change. Activity number 3, accountability mapping. So you might want to use a whiteboard or A5 paper, or you could use digital space. But let's assume that we're using a whiteboard for now. So you're going to write in the middle of the whiteboard the team's core goal. So it could be to launch a set of running shoes, to get them to market, or it could be anything, whatever you choose. It doesn't matter really how big or small. But write down the core goal in the middle of the whiteboard, and then around that, start drawing lines and branching out and writing down people's responsibilities, and you include their names, of course, and then draw lines to each person's responsibilities. Create this large visual so you can see each person's role, how it leads to the overall success. Use the map then to start a discussion. So are the responsibilities clear or unclear? Are there any overlaps? Are there any missing pieces of information? Is the workload balanced? So this is a really simple task, activity again, but it can create such interesting conversation. And it brings accountability to the surface, and you begin to find any blind spots in the accountability. So this is a great activity. Let's go to activity number 4. Activity number 4, accountability peer mentorship. This is less so an activity that starts and ends within the one training session, but this is more of a longer term activity. So if you're having regular training sessions, this is very, very good. So what you're going to do is match people into pairs. Ideally, they will have complementary skills, so they will kind of be able to work well together. Have them set clear goals that they want to achieve in their work, or if you need to, in their personal life, but clear goals that they want to achieve. Then they're going to have regular check-ins, so it could be weekly or monthly, and with each meeting, they should follow a structure. So they should review the past goals, discuss their progress, and then discuss the plans for the next steps. So you're going to encourage feedback and problem solving that it's going to take place together. And they can You can bring all the pairs together occasionally to share what's working and what's not, so you can have a group reflection time. So this is a longer term one, but still a very, very powerful activity. Let's go to activity number 5, the final one. So the accountability scoreboard, again, this is one of the longer term ones, but so you're going to have maybe ideally 5 people, but 5 or more. You don't want any less than 5 really, but you can have them working together or documenting how they're working together. You're going to use a visual tool. So you could use a whiteboard again, and you're going to track the progress and of the task and how people are doing. So you start by creating the scoreboard, physical or digital. List each team member's names, tasks, deadlines, and progress. And ideally, you will have them set SMART goals. So each person will set their own SMART goals so that they can really try to reach the deadlines and successfully do the updates that they need to. Then you can have regular check-ins to reinforce ownership, to check how people are doing, make people responsible and accountable, and make sure also when you bring people back together in the weekly or monthly meetings to celebrate completed tasks and to build morale and to build trust and accountability within the team. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be adding videos every week, educational videos. Are there any educational videos you would like that I haven't done yet about teaching theories, more training activities? Let us know in the comments if you wish to. Thank you so much. I'm Dr. Paul Simmons of Simmons Research. See you soon. Please subscribe. Thank you.